Scary. Our story starts with a young boy, let's call him Jerry, who's hiding under a desk in a grand hotel ballroom. He's watching a magician on stage try to lift a seemingly impossibly heavy box. Needing help, the magician calls for his assistant. She's beautiful, elegant, but as she strains with the box, her face glitches. For just a second, beneath that beautiful appearance, is a horrifying truth, an ancient, withered, leathery face. This is no assistant. This is a legendary mummy, thousands of years old, with almost no hair on her head, just a few pathetic strands of white stretched across her dry, cracked scalp. Jerry, hiding under that desk, is absolutely terrified. He's just seen a real, living mummy, but his horror is only beginning. As he looks closer, he sees that the entire audience of little women in the front rows, they don't look right either. Their skin is wrinkled and sagging, and worst of all, none of their hair is real. It's all been surgically planted onto their scalps. This isn't a magic show. This is a cover. This, right here, is the secret annual year-end meeting of the entire Witches Guild. And their head witch, the Grand High Witch herself, takes the stage. She announces that last year's results were pathetic. Each witch only managed to catch one child. Disgraceful. But this year's goal is far more sinister, downright apocalyptic, to capture and eliminate every single child in the entire world. A murmur of disbelief goes through the crowd. Some witches whisper that such a task is utterly impossible. Big mistake. The Grand High Witch hears everything. With a mere flick of her ancient wrist, she doesn't just silence them with a look. She unleashes a crackling bolt of magical lightning that sizzles through the air, plunging the room into a dead, terrified silence. Jerry under the desk, he doesn't dare even breathe. But how? How can they possibly achieve such an insane goal? The head witch reveals her monstrously clever plan. She has a massive stash of candy. Not just any candy, but free candy from a new sweet shop. Their plan is to lace this candy with a single drop of a powerful transformation potion. Once a child eats it, it won't kill them. Oh no, that would be too easy. It will transform them into a small, helpless, common mouse, easy to be disposed of by a boot or a cat. The witches erupt in cruel, cackling cheers, laughing at the terrible fate awaiting their innocent victims. Suddenly, knock knock knock, a sharp rap at the door. Panic. In a whirlwind of motion, every single witch slaps on an eerily realistic human mask, disguising themselves as ordinary, if slightly odd-looking, ladies. The mummy assistant opens the door, and a young boy, blissfully unaware, walks right into the lion's den. He's offered a piece of that very candy. He eats it. The room watches in silent, gleeful anticipation. For a second, nothing happens. Then his body begins to convulse violently. Smoke pours from his mouth and ears, his clothes seem to melt away, and in a shocking, terrifying puff of magic, he shrinks down into a tiny, confused mouse. The witches can't hold back their laughter any longer, roaring with cruel delight as the little creature scurries away in a panic. Jerry is horrified, but as he tries to sneak away, the Grand High Witch's nose twitches. She smells it, the scent of another child. There's a little stinky child in here, she shrieks. They search every corner until she yanks away the tablecloth. Jerry is exposed. He tries to run, but they grab him, pin him down, and despite his struggles, they force the entire bottle of glowing green potion down his throat. The transformation is instant and brutal. Smoke, a painful shudder, and now Jerry, too, is a tiny, vulnerable mouse. Both mouse boys manage to flee the chaotic room and find each. Realizing they have to get out now, they work together, using their new small size to their advantage, navigating under doors and through vents, pushing through obstacle after obstacle until they finally make it to the safety of Jerry's grandmother's room. When Grandma sees the little mouse that is her grandson, she doesn't scream. She's not even surprised, because she reveals a secret of her own. She herself had encounters with witches when she was a girl. She knows their ways. She listens to Jerry's sweet story and instead of despairing, she comes up with a daring, brilliant plan. She places Jerry inside a sock for camouflage and together, they plot to steal the potion right back from the witches. This leads to an incredibly tense mission back into the witch's suite, featuring a nail-bitingly close encounter with the head witch's vicious black cat. But Jerry, using his new mouse-like agility, slips under the door, finds the bottle, and manages to drag it back out. But Grandma doesn't want to just reverse the spell on Jerry. She wants to end this, forever. She gives him his most dangerous mission yet. Sneak into the hotel kitchen, find the giant pot of green pea soup that's being prepared for the witch's banquet, and pour the entire bottle of potion into it. Jerry, fueled by courage, does exactly that. The chef, unaware, tastes a spoonful to check the seasoning, and poof, instantly transforms into a mouse. Chaos erupts in the kitchen as the other chefs see it, but it's too late. The terrine is served. In the dining hall, the witches, still in their human disguises, ladle the soup into their bowls. They eat, and one by one, the magic takes hold. Their laughter turns into confused squeaks, and then screams of horror as their bodies shrink, their fine dresses collapse, and fur sprouts all over them. The entire banquet hall is suddenly overrun with hundreds of panicked, evil mice. What follows is absolute pandemonium. The hotel staff, armed with brooms and pots, launch a full-scale attack on the mouse infestation, completely unaware they're actually wiping out the witch population. And Grandma? She has one target. She corners the Grand High Witch herself, now just a large, angry mouse, and with perfect precision, traps her under a giant glass display case, ensuring she can't escape her fate. With the downfall of their leader and their entire organization turned into rodents, the centuries-old Witch Guild was finished, once and for all. From that day forward, children were finally safe from this particular ancient evil. But as Jerry and his grandmother looked out the window, they knew this was just the beginning of their adventures together, a tiny boy and his incredible grandma, ready to face whatever magical threat came next. And that's the wild recap for today. Astonished face mouse face I mean. Come on, a grandma that hardcore? We stand a legendary grandma. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to smash the like button. Let me know in the comments what your favorite moment was. Was it the terrifying reveal, the potion heist, or the glorious soup payoff? And most importantly, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next exciting recap. Trust me, with Jerry and his grandma on the case, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Rocket sparkles until next time, stay safe, and maybe think twice about taking free candy. Peace out.